and those guys had to come testify against it. It was 100 Pyrus and Bloods out there standing in front of that courtroom. No dudes had to walk past. So for me to make sure this guy, to put my own freedom at stake, to make sure this guy don't be in prison, to go back and partner up with Michael Harris, who committed fraud against me, and a lie said they're going to try to take death row, which is not true, but even if it was, you're supposed to try to get it back to the rightful owner. You didn't represent death row when you was on death row. That's just some bitch-ass shit. Me personally, that's how I feel. It is, man, how I feel. That's facts. So when you look at that, that would get the police hot on me for doing the thing by making sure Snoop didn't get life in prison and none of those other dudes. And so when I got Pac out of prison, that made him even more angry at me. Not to mention, when I stopped Drake from getting a lot of time for beating up a gang of bitches and all the shit he was doing, that made me, my Fed case is behind Dre. Reason why my Fed case is behind Dre, if I had to do it all over again, I still would do it again because that's the type of man I am. The other person, I don't keep it 1,000 and keep it gangster because the next motherfucker, I keep it because that's my DNA. So what ended up happening in that situation, a guy called me and said, hey, Dre want this type of gun. Snoop want this type of gun. Y'all get ready to go on the quiet tour. I said, yeah. What kind you want? I don't need one. I'm going to drop my motherfucking car off and get music put in and we get ready to get the road. Well, who's going to send me the money? I'm Dre's manager. Dre's business manager is the one going to send the money for a gun he wants. I get him the business manager number. The guy calls the business manager. The business manager wires the money for Dre some guns to the guy who was getting the guns. A year or two later, on my birthday, they arrested me. The feds. I go to court. David Kennedy come see me. He showed me that, hey, I can get out, but Dre gonna do the time. Because his business manager is the one sent the guy the money. He can do the time. He worried hours and tears behind the shit. I said, fuck it. Could you get him probation? David Kennedy said, probably not. He said, maybe. I said, tell you what. Either try to get me probation or I got to do a year or two. These motherfuckers better be in the studio working. So I got David Chasnos out of Las Vegas that represented me also, because that's where it's from. And I got probation, which I ended up doing time for that. Had nothing to do with me. So I don't regret doing anything for people you fuck with because that's what you're supposed to do. And so when it came to getting Pac out of prison, only person made it happen and let me know to get Pac out of prison was a girl named Keisha. That is the baddest bitch in the world. If it weren't for Keisha, you guys wouldn't have heard All Eyes on Me. All the other hits she did. Keisha called my office every fucking day. Every day. I'm Pac White. You need to talk to Mr. Knight. You need to talk to Suge Knight bad. It's like goodness, important. I used to go to my office and everybody be laughing and clowning. Some crazy bitch saying she's Pac's wife, and so we not, and she want to talk to you, but we don't put her through. I said, let me tell you, motherfucker, something. I called her meeting. I said, hey, what was you doing before I gave you a job? Do you got a high school diploma? You got any experience? I didn't graduate from high school. You. A lot of people wasn't working. I said, I gave you guys the opportunity to get paid every 2 weeks. I didn't ask you to think and see if somebody's Pac's wife or not Pac's wife. That's my decision. Next time she called, y'all better make sure I talk to her. She called and put it through. She said, I'm so glad you talked to me. Pac really, really, really needs to talk to you. He said, life threatening, he needs you. I said, all right, just come see him. I said, look, I don't want to tell you I can come see him because I'm on house arrest. I'm going to go drive to my attorney. I don't want to talk to him on the phone. Call me in an hour and a half, and I'll let you know. She called back in an hour and a half. My attorney said, "Hey, we can get this, Suge, but you taking a risk. If you walk to that metal detective and it goes off because of ankle bracelet, we fucked." I said, "I gotta take that chance because she said it's life threatening. I gotta do what I can to help Pac." Flew private to New York, had to fly a smaller jet to get to where Pac at, and then take a 2-hour limo ride to get to the prison. Very first time I seen Pac. You know, we had the conversation, I kept going back. But Keisha made that happen. Then when people went around and said, well, Pac, when people turn around and said,
didn't mess you up.
If it went off, I'd still been locked up and Pac would have still been locked up. But the crazy thing about that shit, right? I didn't have to do a deal with Pac because Interscope didn't want Pac anymore. They was giving me Pac contract because they didn't want Pac no more. He was too much for them. Pac used to walk in the motherfucking office and call them all motherfucking the devils, and they didn't do nothing for him when he was in prison. They didn't help him. So he was done with them. They gave me his contract. So I had to give Pac a new contract. The reason why I gave Pac a new contract because on Interscope, Pac probably was getting, after he paid everybody, 6 or 7 points. 1 point on a million records is like $80,000. I gave Pac $1 and then start getting $2. So if Pac sold a million records on Interscope, he probably would have made $600,000, maybe $500,000 to $600,000. If he sold a million records with me, he'd have made, $2 million. Big difference. If Pac did a video for Interscope and they paid $1 million for a video, they charged Pac $1 million. If I did a video with Pac and I paid $1 million, I charge him $500,000 and I pay $500,000.
Now what about some of your other?
So I could have always.
What about some of your other artist deals? Because a lot of people have tried to say that, like that they didn't have good deals with you or whatever. But talk about that. Right.
Okay, well, let's look at it like this. You can look at their contract and see how much money they was making. Plus, I gave all my artists money every month. From $10,000 to $5,000 a month, and bought them cars, and had them a place to stay, and paid their bills. Nobody in the industry was doing that. On top of that, even like with Snoop, even though I paid all the shit for his court, bought him a house, all that type of shit, right? You can't go to court wearing khakis. I paid for all those suits in different cities who were to court. I paid for his security. 2 police officers take him to court, make sure he get there on time. Same thing with Pac. Same thing with Ray. Same thing with Jewel. Oh, let's take Jewel. Now, Jewel never put an album out. She had a brand new Volvo. She got a check every month. Her bills was paid. I paid damn near $200,000 for the fat people surgery. To get shit shut out, sucked out. And when I did woman to woman on her, right? Guess what? She was eating a bucket of chicken, drinking a fifth of Hennessy. If you take Nate Dogg robbed 7 Taco Bells. He must have got 35 years.